Now you might be wondering, how do my fields look like this? Well, today I'm going to show you as I cut some grass and make some bales. You join me here at the yard where I have all the farming equipment in the sheds here. I thought it'd save the trip back and forth to the shop. So first off, we have the mowers here. We have a back mower and a front mower. I've used these before. I've done a little test with these and they've done a good job, so I wanted to use them. We're down here, we have the other equipment, obviously like the baler, and here to pile up all the grass cuttings to make it easier to pick up with the baler. Other updates around the farm, as you can see, I've been busy with this field. It's starting to grow nicely, so that should be ready at some point. I'm not sure when, but we'll soon find out. And some fantastic news for one of these backfields over here. It is ready to harvest, so at some point I will look at investing in a harvester, and I will be going to the harvester shop to sort something out. Right, let's get into the tractor. Definitely needs a bit of a clean, this does. And let's hook it up to the mowers. They're a bit fiddly to use, but you know, once I get the hang of it, it should be okay. Obviously there's a lot of maneuvers with this because we have to put the back mower on first and then the front. That's both mowers attached. Let's head over to the field. I chose these fields because they are a bit further away from the rest of my farm, and I thought it would just be a bit of a change of scenery for myself and you guys watching. And also they're already grass fields, so they're quite good to use for that sort of work. The drive to the fields isn't too far, they're just here on the right. Now comes the fun part, lowering the equipment. That's the equipment lowered, and you'll see in this time lapse I do two jobs because this is quite a big task as I do both fields. Look at that. That's a fantastic job. That was very satisfying to do. And to do both fields, it felt right just to get the most product out of this. And I'm really happy with the result. It's a bit patchy in places, the grass, and I wasn't too keen on going too close to the wall with the mowers. But look at those two fields. I'm really happy. I'm glad I showed you both tasks because it shows how many steps there are to grass. Obviously, there's still the baling left to do. Now, you might be wondering, what do I have planned for that? Well, if I just drive this out of the field quickly, and I'm going to leave this down here at the gate here, ready to pick up once I'm finished. Now, because I've had to change my plans because of the villagers, I thought the perfect place to store these bales would be up here at the old shed. Now, obviously, I need to prep the shed here and make it look a bit more bale friendly and less so that people can access it. But I thought it was a good use of the space. Obviously, I am looking at potentially bringing the shed down, but I do need to apply for planning permission for that. But at the moment, I do have something that is in with the council, and I'm waiting for approval on that. So my plan is to probably just fence off the back here and get all that done. And then once all that's done, I suppose just put some better security up here at the gate, like a padlock. And I might try and see if I can set up a camera somewhere and get some lights up here as well. Just so if I'm working in the dark, you can see what's going on. Time to head back down to the farm and do some baling. I'm back here at the field with the baler. I dropped off the other equipment, and as you can see from my dial there, I have got grass being picked up by the baler. So this should disperse the bale automatically. That's what I'm hoping for. While I'm waffling, the bar is going up fairly quickly, so there should be a bale after I've picked up this next lot of grass. So I've got some plans for the shed at the back, and I'll hopefully put them into action later on today. So that's the bar full. I think if I turn around now, we should have a bale somewhere. If I could see past the baler, I might just pop out really quickly. Yes, there it is down there. There's the bale. Nice big bale there. So it'd be interesting to see how many I get when I do this whole field. That's the first field done. We do have some patchy bits. I think it's because of the nature of the land here. It's quite a steep field, but we've got plenty of bales. So I'm definitely going to crack on with the second field, and it'll be interesting to see how many bales I'm left with at the end. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one.